Jake, how'd you feel in there?
I just felt flat, man. Not my best performance. I guess that happens in the sport. You know, you got to peak right at the right moment. You only get one night, one chance, and I messed that up, I guess. But congrats to Tommy, man. He deserves it. He fought tough, and I'll be back. Didn't think I'd ever have to make one of these videos, but it happens, I guess. This is still the best job in the world. Thank you all for the support. This was an amazing event, and I'll be back. No worries, cuz. Yes.
Perfect.
Punch perfect, yeah?
Punch perfect.
What was your reaction the first time and Gonu got dropped?
AJ's a banger. Listen, it's over, isn't it?
Yeah.
Just like you can see there. Punch perfect. Big props to AJ. Deserved it, isn't it?
John, can I get you as well? Can I hear your reaction?
Clinical.
Good fight. It depends on both sides and how to play. What made Joshua so good tonight?
It's so good. He trained a lot. He trained hard, so that's why the fight.
Joshua absolutely nails him with a big right hand. I did not expect to see that, but Anthony Joshua, fair play to AJ. He's gone in there and he's done professional boxing proud. He's done himself proud. He's done himself proud.
His last fight, I thought that it was a different Joshua. A Joshua who knew who he was now.
Yeah.
Where he was back, he was to a place where he didn't care about anything other than what he needed to care about. That he was in a very solemn place.
Yeah.
A place of pride, a place of where he had something to prove to himself.
Like, unbelievable. Unbelievable. What a knockout. Do you know what I mean? That was absolutely spiteful.
A reflection of my own performance versus him being, you know, super outstanding. I couldn't get my momentum going like I wanted to, and I just felt kind of flat. He was exactly the fighter that I expected him to be. I think his combinations were the thing that were a bit more impressive, but more so, again, like, it was a reflection of my own performance. And
with him, he got cut wide open. It was a mismatch against Anthony Joshua. So you got to respect the performances. We've still got work to do, but just a massive night.
Frank, what did you make of what AJ just produced?
You just said what it was, a devastating performance. You know, I always felt whoever landed the first punch and the hurtful punch would win the fight, and that's how it turned out.
You could see both men came in with bad intentions.
While Anthony Joshua is the favorite according to many boxing legends and analysts, several prominent figures believe Jake Paul has a real shot in Friday's heavyweight clash, with some even predicting a knockout by the American underdog. The British two-time former world champion, Joshua, 36, insists there's no way this fight goes the distance, saying, "It might last one round, maybe two, but he won't hear the final bell." Joshua added, "It's a win-win for Jake Paul. He gets to share the ring with me, and even in defeat, he could come back stronger. For me, though, the only way it's a win-win is if I secure the knockout." Paul, 28, is stepping into a heavyweight bout for only the second time in his career and has confidently predicted he will beat Joshua in the 5th or 6th round. Olympic gold medalist and former WBO heavyweight champion Ray Mercer has acknowledged Paul's talent but admitted he is hoping for a Joshua knockout. "I think Paul can actually box," Mercer said, "but just not at the level of the fighters he's facing. If he joined a tournament like the Golden Gloves, he might do well, but the people he's up against now, champions and top contenders, it's a completely different league." Mercer, 64, added, "I just hope Joshua says, 'to hell with it,' and knocks him out." Two-time world heavyweight champion and former unified title holder Hazem Rahman is another American backing Joshua, citing the British boxer's superior experience. "I don't see this as a competitive fight," the 53-year-old said. "If Anthony Joshua doesn't go in there, dominate Paul, and get him out within 1 or 2 rounds, then we really have to start asking questions." Rahman continued, "It should be an easy fight for Anthony Joshua. I mean, Jake Paul has never faced anyone at that level in their prime, or even remotely close. Former American heavyweight Jerry Cooney, who twice challenged for world titles, acknowledged that Jake Paul has provided plenty of entertainment. However, he added, "Now it's starting to feel a bit like a joke. I mean, Joshua is going in there and Paul might just do whatever he wants, or maybe not." Zimbabwean-British boxer Derek Chisora, a two-time WBC heavyweight title challenger, predicted that Joshua will finish the fight quickly. AJ took a year off. "It's an easy fight for him, and I think it should be over quickly because I don't see him going in there lightly," said Chisora, 41. He continued, "AJ is going to smoke him. But here's the thing, don't let Paul knock you out, because that would be a nightmare forever. AJ has to finish him within 3 rounds. If the fight goes beyond 3 rounds, it's not a sign Jake Paul is winning. It's a question of what AJ is doing." On the other hand, former UFC flyweight champion Demetrius Johnson leans toward Paul. "I think Jake can knock him out. Anthony Joshua has been knocked out by some unusual shots before," said Demetrius Johnson, 39. "Andy Ruiz Jr. and Du Bois both knocked him out with short overhand rights. Jake Paul is capable of landing one of those shots too. He can. If Anthony Joshua doesn't keep moving, stay light on his feet, and fight smart, Paul could land something. Joshua has the power to destroy him, but I don't see him doing that. I think he's going to try to make a statement instead. And you know what? Maybe I don't know everything about boxing, but I genuinely feel Jake Paul could potentially knock out Anthony Joshua. I'm just saying it." 3-weight world champion Rayleigh Romero also backs his fellow American. "I've got Jake Paul by knockout," said the 30-year-old. "I'm not even joking." However, Tommy Fury, the only man to defeat Paul in a professional boxing match so far, disagreed with his brother Tyson and insisted that Joshua will have more than enough to secure the win. "If I can beat Jake, then, excuse my French, but what the hell is Anthony Joshua going to do to Jake?" said Tommy Fury, 26. "My dad said AJ could beat Paul with his hair, and I completely back that up. Even if AJ had a broken arm in there, it still wouldn't last more than a minute." Former UFC champion Conor McGregor expressed concern rather than making a prediction, suggesting the fight shouldn't even happen. "If Paul makes that walk to the ring, I've got to give him respect for that," said the 37-year-old. "It's very dangerous. Boxing is a dangerous sport, and you can't overlook that. Joshua is a big man and a powerhouse. I've sat ringside and watched him. He's a heavy puncher. In my opinion, the fight shouldn't go ahead." Nate Diaz, another former UFC fighter and a past opponent of Paul, said he's backing the man who beat him 2 years ago. "Paul might get knocked out, but if he doesn't, then Paul will win," Diaz, 40, continued. "Joshua is an amazing fighter and one of the best heavyweights ever, but with speed, footwork, and rhythm, I don't think Joshua can handle that. He doesn't like it because he's a little stiff." Former UFC fighter Matt Brown criticized those calling a potential Paul victory a cop-out prediction. "It's kind of a win-win situation," he explained. "If Paul goes out and beats Joshua, then you were right, you called it, and you're the man. If he doesn't, people just shrug and say, 'Did you really think that?' It's the same as when Conor McGregor fought Floyd Mayweather. If you're wrong, nobody remembers. But if you're right, everyone remembers it like, 'Oh wow, you must be a fight expert.'" Brown, 44, added, "You're not a fight expert just for predicting Jake Paul to win. You're literally going against everything a fight expert would expect, because Paul relies heavily on his power rather than technical boxing. There's zero reason to believe Jake Paul has a real chance against Anthony Joshua. But does that mean he can't pull off a win? Anything can happen in boxing. Punches come fast, and random moments can change a fight. Could Jake Paul throw a lucky shot while Joshua's attention is elsewhere? Maybe. Joshua could wake up on the wrong side of the bed or have an off night. Anything is possible in the ring. That's all for now. For the latest updates on news, highlights, events, and all things boxing, stay connected by subscribing to our YouTube channel. Don't forget to turn on notifications to catch our quality content as soon as it drops. Until next time, peace.